Welcome back to the program. We've got some breaking news to tell you about something we're just learning about ourselves here. Apparently, a small passenger plane has crashed into one of the World Trade Towers. This, of course, in Manhattan, New York City. These are live shots we are just getting right now from some American networks sending these up. I was just listening to an interview which was being done by an eyewitness. I'm going strictly by what this person has said, that said they saw a plane that appeared flying with some distress at a very low altitude that just collided, as you can see. He's estimating we're at the 80th or 85th floor of one of the World Trade Towers there. This has just happened. We don't know any reports about injuries for that matter, although we could only assume that there would be in an event like this. Not exactly sure how large the plane was. The person thought it was a commercial jet that actually collided. We can see the fire there. This is just a horrific scene, if you can imagine. What is going on there right now. Now, the eyewitness believes that the plane remains embedded in the tower itself. We haven't heard reports about the plane actually landing on the ground after colliding with the building. So we do believe at this very early stage, and I like to emphasize very early stage, we are just learning about this as we pass this news on to you about what has happened there. We will try to get as much information as we can to tell you more about this. Do we still have actually the audio feed from this? Can we listen into a little, just get a quick snapshot of what's going on?
Reporting on this as we speak.
Little girl in his arms. Did you see what happened, sir? Did you see what happened? What happened?
Well, I was in the PATH train, and there was a huge explosion sound. Everyone came out. A large section of the building is blown out, around like the 80th floor.
Was it hit by something, or was it something inside?
It was inside. Because it looked out. Everything was coming out. All the windows were coming out. All the papers were coming out.
What is on the sidewalk?
I didn't see anything.
Was there any people hurt, do you know?
Okay, we've just lost the sound there, but obviously, you know, the American networks, as we are right now, scrambling to find out. All we can tell you, which is coming over on the newswire, just says plane crashes into the World Trade Center. According to television reports, obviously, this has just happened. We did get the sound back. Let's listen back in.
Again, our transmitter is on top of the World Trade Center, so we apparently have consequently lost contact with Dick Oliver, but we are on the phone with an eyewitness. Rosa, can you hear me? Is Rosa there?
Hello?
Rosa?
Yes.
This is Jim Ryan here in the studio.
Hi.
What is your last name, please?
Cardona Rivera.
Oh, Cardona. Rosa Cardona Rivera. Tell us what you saw and heard, if you would, please.
Okay, I'm at 99 Hudson Street. I was standing outside, actually, at the side of the building smoking a cigarette. And I hear a plane, and I don't usually see planes in this area. Then all of a sudden I saw it go right into the to the World Trade Center, to the building.
So
right
you saw a plane crash into the side of the World Trade Center?
Yes, sir. And I'm like on the 14th floor, so I was just like looking out, you know, because there's like a fire, something like fire staircase or something, you know, just like a little balcony. And I saw it go right into the building, and I was like, oh my God, you know. And it was a big plane. It wasn't, you know, a little plane. It was fairly big.
How big, can you tell us? Give us an idea.
I don't know. I would say it was like a plane that I board on to go, you know, wow.
So this wasn't just a small Piper Cub or something that had gone the wrong way. And of course, we would the weather, I take it, where you are is just about picture perfect.
Picture perfect. Yes, it's very clear outside.
So there would be the suspicion then that anybody who would drive a plane smack into the middle of the World Trade Center would have done it on purpose.
It would seem that either that or they lost control, but I can't see something like that. I mean, it was like right into the building, so, you know, and it was coming low. You know, because if I were to see a plane that was going high, and then all right.
Okay, now I just want to break in here briefly. For viewers watching us on the main network of the CBC, we're going to have to break away for a commercial break. For those of you watching on News World, we will continue our live coverage of this terrible accident in New York City.
There grabbing a smoke when it happened?
Right.
What did the other people do when they heard the noise?
Well, there was nobody. I'm up on the 14th floor.
Oh, you were on the 14th floor,
yeah,
I see.
So I'm not street level. I was up on the 14th floor, and I was just like looking out, you know, just watching the scenery, and when I saw the plane.
All right, Rosa, thank you very much. Talking with eyewitness Rosa Cardona Rivera on the 14th floor of a building very close to the World Trade Center in Lower Manhattan. And once again, Dick Oliver was on the scene down at City Hall reporting to us. However, our transmitter is located on top of the World Trade Center building, so that apparently caused our picture from that remote to just go out on us. But once again, yes?
I was just saying, I can imagine what the people there must be going through, given what happened there a decade ago.
Yes, Dave?
Well, a couple of things. Number one, if it indeed was a plane, the FAA or the control towers at one of the three major airports should have record of what's in the area. Sometimes they do vector planes around the southern tip of Manhattan. We might want to get a hold of Nick Gregory, who's a certified pilot and, again, flies through the area pretty regularly. Number two, even though planes typically are not that close to these buildings, with the possibility of anything from engine failure to hydraulic failure, you lose control of your ability to control aircraft. You can see right now probably police helicopters hovering right around the towers. But again, wind speeds at this point, not tremendous at all. Flying conditions near perfect.
And of course, they would have to, under ordinary circumstances, have filed some sort of a flight plan. If it were a plane...
I'd like to say good morning and welcome to viewers of CBC Morning on the main network of the CBC in British Columbia. Welcome to a CBC Morning on this Tuesday, September the 11th. Folks, what you are now tuning into, for those of you who have just joined us this morning, is just word of a terrible accident, as the pictures are telling the story right there. Eyewitnesses' reports suggest that a twin-engine plane has collided with one of the twin towers at the World Trade Center in Manhattan in New York City. You can see the smoke pouring out of the building there. This is just breaking news, folks, so bear with us. We're trying to get as much news to you as we can. Several eyewitnesses have been interviewed so far here, courtesy of WABC. This is a broadcasting out of New York City that said that they saw a plane in some sort of distress flying at a very low altitude that collided with the building just moments ago in New York City. Now, also from these eyewitnesses,